Mattia De Martin joining us now. Coach, you had a couple of guys. I mean, you had a lot of guys with good numbers tonight. 20 for Duke. You got a double-double out of Ring, a double-double out of Wilson. But I'm not surprised to see that you brought Mr. De Martin with you tonight because his performance and the way he stepped up for your team tonight, I knew was going to make you very happy.
No question. He's had a tough start to the year. He came here injured, came across the water, first time in America, away from his family. Had an up and down rehab with his knee, and trying to get back into a rotation when guys have already been playing for months at a time is hard to do. And he was thinking about redshirting this year. Whenever we found out we were so banged up going into this game, he did the most unselfish thing I've seen in a long time and came to me and said, "Hey, Coach, I'm ready." So he played a heck of a game.
Yeah. A well-deserved applause for Mattia. Good night for you tonight. Scored some points, grabbed some rebounds, but everybody was pretty impressed with the passing tonight.
Yeah.
You're obviously seeing the floor well tonight. Talk about some of your passes. How gratifying is it, obviously, scoring, rebound, but when you make a really good pass and a guy finishes, how gratifying, how much joy does that bring you?
Honestly, I prefer make a pass than a shot. And I don't know, I just see better the court, and I can see the pass before the action happens. So I'm more ready to make the pass, and it's easier.
And you come to us from Italy, and you have family that made quite a commitment as well, right? So what time? It is wee hours of the morning, and they're still watching tonight, right?
Yeah, it was my brother.
Yeah,
he's still up. He watches every game.
And it's what, about 3 a.m. probably, or around there?
Yeah, it's about 3 a.m. 3, 4 a.m.
Well, shout out to your brother. What's your brother's name?
Nicola.
Okay, well, Nicola, thanks for joining us, and I'm sure he's very proud of the performance this young man gave tonight for the Warriors. You did get a double-double out of Wilson and Ring. Let's start with Xavier. He had a season-high 16 the other night against Highland and follows it up with a double-double tonight. He is really presenting himself as a tremendous college basketball player.
Yeah, he's a heck of a player. The double-doubles there, they got him for 0 assists. I think Mattia and Xavier, 2 6'8", 6'9" dudes, are two of the best passers we have on our team. So they were on the floor together a lot that second half, and that's why that ball was moving so quick and so precisely, and just finding the open guy. Anytime you can get a couple of high-level IQ and passers on the floor at the same time together, the ball will find the right person every time. And I just told him before the game, defensively, I thought the defensive effort and togetherness we gave on that end of the floor, it led to the offensive end, and that's why we played so unselfish. And back to Zay, that's what he does. I mean, he could get 10 and 10 every night if he put his mind to it, but he doesn't care about stats. All he cares about is the win.
Mm-hmm. You told Kate at half that you thought it was one of the best halves we'd played this year. Now you look at the game as a whole. How does this stack up as a whole on how your team played?
One of the better complete games we played all year. I told the guys in the locker room, I said that was, was it a perfect 40 minutes? No, of course not. That's hard to do. But that was probably, one of the most complete games start to finish that I think we've played all year. Into games, we've been up by 20 with 6 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes to go a lot this year. And things can get sloppy. Guys can start trying to do their own thing and break off what we work on a day-to-day basis. And I thought we stayed together and played the right way for the entirety of the game. And that's hard to do for young men up 20 points and 4 minutes to go. And they're in junior college and won a scholarship. But kudos to them. They play the right way. They play together, and we got to make sure we build off of this because we're approaching the end of the season. We got to make sure we get hot at the right time, and I think this is a good game and kind of catapult us into doing that.
Going into the locker room, they had only attempted 1 3-pointer in the first half. That had a little bit surprising. Do you think that's more what we were doing on defense, or were they maybe passing up some opportunities?
I don't know if you watched the Highland game, but we would close out the guys and be 5 feet off of them and put our hands like that and just dare them to shoot it. So we worked on that the last couple of days, and we closed out with a high hand, pressured the ball, and we tried to. That was the emphasis to take away shots. I mean, that's the number 2 as far as percentages go. They shoot 43% from 3 as a team. That's number 2 in the country. So they can really shoot the ball, and I thought we did a really good job taking that away from them.
You also really put it to him on the glass tonight, 51-36. You dominated that again tonight. And pretty impressive, especially when you got a couple of your big guys out of the lineup.
Yep.
Talk about the effort there.
I mean, the first half he only played 3 minutes. He had 2 fouls, which is why I took him out. But every time I looked up, guys like Mattia and other guys, they're turning, they're hitting, they're boxing, and they're doing their jobs. And when you got 5 guys to do their job, every possession, good things usually happen. I don't know who the rebound's going to go to, but somebody on our team is likely to get the ball if all 5 go and hit and box out. And I'll tell you, before the game, under Keys to Win, we do it every game, I wrote the numbers of the rebounds the last 3 games, not including the Elgin game, but the Highland game, the Triton game, the Southeastern game, and asked the guys, do you know what these numbers are? You know, it's like tonight, 51-36, Triton 58-29, whatever it may be. Taj blurted out the wrong answer, but a couple other guys, after Taj blurted the wrong answer, they figured out what it was. They said it was the rebounds, and we're starting to figure that out. I thought that was kind of an area of improvement for this team early in the year, and since we've come back from Christmas, they've got a little bit more juice to them to go get that thing off the rim and box out.
Mattia, talk a little bit about your journey here this season. Coach mentioned you came in injured, had to get healthy, and again, guys are in the rhythm, getting their minutes. You talk a little bit about your patience and then your willingness when needed to step up. How difficult has it been to get to this point this year?
Yeah, at first when I get here, it was more mental than physical, because physical, I knew that I was going through and I was going back and I became healthy. But it was mental, and it was not easy, and it's not even easy now, and I'm starting to find my rhythm again. And this year, I take this year for help this team, not to take like my year here to go to the next step next year. It can happen, but right now I just want to help the team, because I know I can be more helpful to help the team and not to think by myself only take my games, my shot, I can do it next year.
Coach, when you look at the numbers tonight, we talked about the 2 double-doubles. KJ almost had a double-double. You just had well-balanced tonight. Costello in double-digit points, Duke with 20. It really looked like a group of guys playing for each other tonight for sure. So when you look at the chemistry and the unselfishness of this team, how do you feel at this point as we near the end of the season?
This is where you want to be. You know, I think we're like I told you, I think this can be a game that can kind of catapult us, and they realize, oh, you know, if I make the one more pass, if I make the extra pass, if I, you know, play unselfishly in these different areas of the game, that good things usually happen. And I thought tonight, like I said, on the defensive end, we guarded as one, and when that happens, it usually leads to the other end of the floor, and guys just play unselfishly and share the ball. And you know, we preach it every day. It's kind of how I told all of these guys in the recruiting process that I wanted to play. Just a free-flowing offense to where we get good players that know how to think and know how to play basketball, and we let them make the right plays and right reads depending on how defenses guarded us. And I mean, you see what we do. We throw the ball in the middle of the floor, and we do, you know, pin down on each side, and that we just read the defense. Sometimes it's going to be a back cut. Sometimes it's going to, you know, you're going to screen for one another. But these guys are starting to figure out how to read the defense and react the correct way. And when you got the ball in this guy's hand and Xavier's hands, the ball usually gets passed to the right person.
Talk a little bit about KJ. We're all holding our breath there. It looked like a cramp. What can you tell us about his situation?
Yeah, it's just a cramp. He grabbed his knee. Coach Rake said he's grabbing his knee, and I almost freaked out. But it's just a cramp. He's fine. You know, he's been out the last couple of games with a groin injury. He's about 85-90% right now, and you know, as long as he's in the training room every day. I get in the morning between 8 and 9, and after I drop Damien off from school, and he's already in there in the training room laying down, just, you know, getting whatever work done he needs to get done on that groin. So he's attacking rehab the right way, and it's good to have him back on the floor.
Well, Kankakee had won 5 in a row. Their last loss was to Sauk Valley. Now Sauk Valley comes in here on Saturday night. They've given us fits from time to time in the past. What do we know about Sauk Valley?
typical Sauk Valley are probably going to zone us for 40 minutes and play hard and play the right way. So, I hadn't watched any of them yet, but we'll start. Probably won't watch any tonight. I'm going to enjoy this win. I'll start watching them tomorrow. I know Coach Rakes already has the scout done. He'll be ready to show personnel tomorrow, and we'll get a good feel for who they are, and we'll be ready for them on Saturday.
All right, the Warriors get the Hy-Vee Warrior win tonight, 85-60 over Kankakee. It's our 20th Hy-Vee Warrior win of the year and our 8th win in a row. We moved to 14-0 all time against Kankakee, and we'll have a tough one on Saturday night as Sauk Valley, another Region 4 team, comes down to this Hall of Fame night. There's the reception in Centerville on Friday night at 6 o'clock, and then there's a reception after the game here on Saturday night right here in this very booster room. We hope we'll get a big crowd out here to welcome in the new class of Hall of Famers for Indian Hills Community College and enjoy this basketball team as they go for their 21st win of the year and their 9th in a row. That's going to do it for us here on Go Hills TV, powered by JBS.
Go Warriors!